Talk on the mic. Talk on the mic.
Come share.
Put it in the middle. How do you feel about me and you have some plans we're getting ready to bring out into the world? Some secret plans though.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a very hard project, but I feel like we're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We can do it, you know.
I feel like we can definitely do it. But that's Ghost, my co-founder slash business partner, brother, friend. We got a lot to do, work on.
Was you really playing?
And they're playing on the game.
This shit is crazy.
Forget my motivational speech, guys.
No. I was listening to it.
I was just talking to people. But yeah, we got a lot going on. Are you prepared? It's gonna be very stressful.
No, yeah, very stressful, but you know, we gotta get it done. It's gonna make a lot of money, so you know.
No.
It's gonna work.
I feel like this one is it. Out of all the ludicrous ideas I've had over the years, I feel like this one might be the one that hits because I have this man right here. Honestly, like all thanks is gonna go to him if it hits. Like that's why I'm putting him on here. I just want y'all to hear him.
Yeah.
Clearly.
All to me.
It's gonna be all to Antoine.
All to me.
That's it.
That's it. Me.
Nigga, shut up. Anyway.
We obviously this part will only be the audio. We won't
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
the video part, yeah.
Because you
This is
know.
recording early.
You never see him.
Yeah.
Ever.
Never ever. Sorry guys, y'all never see me. Feels bad.
Why do you think we
But
call him
it's-
Ghost?
Yeah, word.
Hmm?
It's the whole thing.
You know,
it's
it's
a gimmick.
It's a running gag.
Not even that. People don't deserve to see this beauty. Who deserves to see Antoine? Kings deserve to see Antoine. Gods.
Yeah, us only. Clearly.
Exactly. You gotta work to see Antoine. You gotta work, hustle. You gotta have like a six
I
pack.
don't even think after all that they'll still deserve to see.
Yeah,
Like
bro.
real life, we might have to like.
Real life, he
Huddle
might never
around
have to
for-
go
Oh
outside.
God, like some just football huddle. Yeah, like
Just make sure no one see me.
you gotta wear a mask out in public now. Even for our introductory video, bro, wear a mask during that. Like, yeah, bro, wear
Yeah. So they don't
Some
see
Tokyo
my whole entire
pool.
face. Yeah.
Wear a shiesty mask.
exactly. That's even more professional to our investors.
Bye. I'll miss you.
You guys are fun fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, a lot of things coming soon. This one is gonna be in 2023. This is gonna be tangible. This is the year of no talk, just work.
The year of action.
Yeah, bro. It's kind of scary because like we kind of have deadlines now, and like we're gonna probably just have repeated deadlines, and like now it's like serious deadlines. But
Deadlines we can't fuck up on.
nah, and with anything that I do and anything that I will continue to do, no matter what it is, I think it's just like the type of person that I am. I'm gonna continue to try to bring the people around me on in various ways.
As you should, King.
And like I don't know, that like this is just like I really am hopeful for this project. Like I've never, and my comic book, that I don't talk about that because y'all don't need to know about that. But
Coming soon though.
but this project particular, which we're alluding to, this one is gonna be the one that I think is gonna help us do the other things we all want to do,
Yeah.
as well as we have something else that's real and lucrative. But I can't wait. It's crazy the excitement that I feel. Like I seem so calm right now, but I'm just like I'm struggling to not bounce off these walls right now because it's the best idea I've ever heard. Peak. Right?
100% peak.
Thank you.
200%.
Thank
I
you.
can't wait. Oh,
300%. 400%. Thank you.
$500,000.
It's definitely gonna be billions worth. Like we're gonna be up there. Fuck that. I don't even give a fuck if
The way
y'all
you
heard
plan
this.
for mother company and all the branched companies.
I don't even care if this sounds egotistical, Spotify. When I do it and I come back on No Nonsense with 50 whatever subs we'll have at the time, I'm gonna be like, yep, now we're rich. Told you.
We just did it.
Now you guys.
And then we invest into the podcast.
That's it.
Yeah.
But this project is really serious. I know this. Fuck the dreaming. It's gonna be it, bro. I'm so happy. That's it.
That was smooth.
Sir. Yo, I've been practicing. I got you.
But yeah, like Nick, like you said, like this is the year of action, the year of putting in the work. I know you have a lot of projects that you're gonna start this year too.
Yeah. My YouTube channel. It's gonna be mainly just, I've been thinking about it. Like, what is it gonna be? Obviously, it's Nick's thoughts. Like, I want it to be all about what goes on in my brain, but what's going on right now. And I've already taken that step back, like, oh, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So the YouTube channel is literally just gonna be my climb back and going back to culinary school, practicing what I practice at home, just for a video. Now I'm trying to make something else. I'm working on my knife skills that I know aren't 100% the best, but
Right.
they're gonna get there because, well, that's my journey. That's what I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. And eventually, it's just gonna be my whole journey, going through culinary school, traveling, making new dishes, meeting new people, trying new food, working in different restaurants if the Lord will bless me with it.
Right.
And eventually opening my own, making my own cookbook, doing all my projects. You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Got to put in that work, bro. You're gonna do it. First step is that YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's gonna open up many doors.
Mm-hmm.
Putting me out there, that's the main thing. Just giving myself a platform to show what I'm
Right.
capable of.
Kind of what we're doing here.
And also, you're very, like, when I look at your stories, you put like a lot of positive quotes.
Yeah, you're a very positive guy. I'm not gonna lie. I like your positive reinforcement that you take on, like that you use throughout life.
Yeah, because I've felt like when I was younger, per se, I was really negative. My whole outlook on life was just always negative. I never tried to look on the brighter side of things. So now it's like, well, most of the things that happened were supposed to happen because
Yeah.
whether or not I wasn't like, how you say, being grateful for all the things that I had, taking account for all the things that I had, being centered where I'm at, it was a lot. I would always look on and be like, yo, why the fuck does this shit have to happen to me? Like, I'm doing everything right. Why is this happening? But after taking my big step back by the summertime of last year, I was looking at myself. I was like, nigga, you really weren't doing all the things that you were supposed to be doing. That is why all these bad things are happening. So you can't just keep spewing negativity out in the world and expect better things to happen.
Word.
So if I change the way I think, if I can think more positively about everything that's going on around me, eventually everything is going to change.
I agree.
I do have my lapses where sometimes it's just like pure anger and I can't feel nothing else but anger. Yeah. But after that, I'd be feeling bad. I'd be like, damn. I didn't really have to say all that. I didn't have to do all that.
Yeah.
I could have, thought more. I could have just not let emotions run my
Take
life.
you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that.
Do you feel like you see any like changes from being positive to how you were negative?
Oh, for sure.
Like what?
For sure. My body, like as far as like mental wise, I don't get as many headaches. I don't get as many panic attacks. I don't get as many
I felt that.
shakes. The negative thoughts, like I used to think about killing myself a lot. So like I don't get those thoughts anymore. And it's like I feel happy, like I feel like I can live. I feel like I can keep moving forward. Now it's just fixing all the things that were wrong, all the things that were making me unhappy.
Yeah, it's like for me, I can agree. Like before, I'm not gonna lie, I was a pretty mean and toxic and like just cold-hearted individual. But once I started treating people like nicer with a little bit more respect and kindness, I started not only seeing like it helped me better handle like intense and negative situations, that I was just more able to just like emotionally guide myself without getting stuck and like overwhelmed. Like it was just like I'm like, okay. And that's not only just because I was kind, like I was also just, like you said, like positive reinforcement, not being so hard on myself with the things that I do. Because I'm not gonna lie, I was in the same mindset where I didn't do anything. I was just talking about it and I wasn't really putting in the work, and I was just kind of being like, yo, why isn't anything happening? When it's like, yo, you're not making anything, you're not putting anything like there to make it start. Like you're not doing anything. Like obviously these things are happening to you. It's life, and most things in life you can't control them.
Yeah.
You just have to take it
and keep moving.
Take it and keep doing, work with it, and what you can change and handle, you do that. And that's when I started realizing that, I stopped being so heavy on myself. I stopped being less suicidal. I stopped being so critical, and I was more like kind. I'm more not numb than I was before, but I'm like, it's like in a state of numbness where I'm just like, I'm content. I'm like, someone could say something negative to me and I'm not gonna get like angry and aggressive. I'll probably like get like annoyed, but I won't really like step out of character like I would have once had. Like now I'm like,
You think more rationally?
not even like, yeah, before I was a kid, well, not even as a kid, like in high school, I was dumb impulsive. Like I let my anger take me to crazy scenarios, crazy situations, no matter what. Now as an adult, I'm more of like, that's not really worth it. That's stupid. Like I really like.
Look, I'm not gonna waste my energy right now. I'm just gonna take what you said and just, okay. Like,
yeah, and I used to say that I was very logical as a kid, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a logical, impulsive ass little kid. I don't even know how to describe it. It was just,
it was thought rationally, but
the impulse,
the action that went forward, you were like, well, this is what happened because of how you made me feel.
And I was just like, I was making excuses for it, and like all this, when in reality I'm like, yo, I was just being a dick.
Yeah.
Like honestly, I was just being a piece of shit person for no reason. And like honestly, I realized no matter what happened to you, the next person, nobody cares, and that is no reason for you to treat someone else like a piece of dirt, a piece of shit. Like when I started realizing that, honestly, I started getting more kind of reactions to people out in public. Like people will like obviously smile at you, smile at them back. Like you start noticing different things, how people talk to you. Like, oh, okay, it's easier.
You're saying a positive energy.
Yeah, it's just like what you put out, you get in this world, and like, it's real. Like, bro, I'm new to this shit, man.
Yeah,
I'm new to this.
What
shit.
I really took away from what you said is basically you weren't feeding people the energy that they were feeding you. Like, if somebody was starting a problem with you, because I know you're not a problematic person. I've known you for years. You don't just looking for arguments and looking for fights. Like you said, when people used to come to you with a problem or argument,
I settle it.
Yeah. But now you learn that when people do, that was tough. But when people do, like,
oh my god,
now you learn like.
That's funny.
When people do come up to you with that energy, it's them. Like it's the
them.
only insecurity.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, something's wrong with you, bro.
Like somebody that's coming to look you
day.
for a fight, you have an issue, bro.
Like,
and I'm not gonna intrigue you because that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
And it's like a child. When a child is throwing a tantrum, you're not gonna like give it that yelling and mean energy because it's just gonna intrigue the child more.
Agreed. It's like at this big age, you can't assess and logically think, okay, maybe I should just emotionally remove myself from this scenario, not acknowledge this person, whatever's going on, and just fucking leave. Like that's
just literally turn your back and walk away. What are they gonna do?
Like most of the time, especially, I'm not even gonna try to bring the black community in this, but other communities, they do it as well. They tear each other down. But especially in the black community, there's this like issue where we just can't leave it alone. It just has to go bigger into this hate-fueled,
different type of beef type.
Like it turns into a different type of monster where it didn't have to. And it's just like, my nigga, most of y'all be 40 beefing over like bitches that are whores or money situations that y'all never had, or just the most illogical things that like, why?
I think it comes down to a dominance issue. Somebody always wants to be the most dominant, and I think the people that try to give like, oh, I'm the most dominant, nobody's gonna do that to me. I think those are the people that always try to look for problems.
I can agree. For me, like we said earlier, I think it's an insecurity issue. I think again, like there's tons of like, I'm gonna use gun owners for an example. There's multiple people who own guns in different states, whatever, and they're not out here using their gun to go shoot someone when they're mad. They're not pulling out their CCW to, you know what I mean? Like
over an argument.
I'm not saying that like, I'm not using, let me clarify, the black community is doing this. There's other communities. I'm not, just people who do that, bro, like, come on now. Like, there's no reason. There's other ways. Like, just remove yourself from the scenario. Like, you can be a responsible adult without having to go to the just end scenario. Like, because then most of the time you're going to go to jail for shooting that person or defending yourself. Like, that's why people who have guns, they don't even like using them. Like, it's just go to the gun range. Go to an empty fucking like place.
Go hunting or
go
something.
Airsofting. You find different ways to actually use your gun because you are a citizen who's responsible. Like, you're an adult. You know what I mean? You're not gonna, like you said, you're not gonna try to instill your dominance on people just because you have a gun or just because you have another group of people with you. Like, bro, who cares? Like, just do that in your own world with them.
Don't take that shit outside.
Because guaranteed no one cares. Or it's just not going to get the reception you wanted.
It's because power corrupts your mind. So when you have a gun, you feel so powerful.
Facts. I don't know if y'all have held a gun, but that shit is crazy.
No, it is crazy.
Yeah,
I've never
shooting.
held
Have you
a
shot a
gun.
gun? That shit is crazy. It does make. I get what people be saying, but it's like
You just instantly feel like that nigga. You hold it, you like, oh shit.
the weight.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's just everything, the indentations on the gun. Like you just really get into it. Like you're like, damn, shit, I could really flick a nigga down.
Yeah. Like it'd be easy. Like, oh my god, all I gotta do is pull this.
Yeah.
Shit. But I feel like that's where self-control gotta come in.
But a lot of people don't have that. That's the issue.
That discipline is a missing factor in the human experience.
Like I was thinking the other day, there's like 5 things that corrupt the human mind. It's power, like sex, love. I forgot the other 2. Money. Yeah, I was gonna
Lust,
say money.
envy, greed.
All the 7 deadly sins.
Yeah.
Bro. But if we're like you said, let's make 3. Money for me, power,
And sex.
100%.
Yeah.
And above all those for me, it's power. To be honest, you can have all the money you want, you can have all the sex you want.
You don't got no power, you don't got no status.
Power really, like I've seen niggas get, like personally, I've seen niggas get drunk off of power. I'm not gonna, but I've seen niggas get drunk off of power, and that shit will really.
It'll just make you look at a nigga like, bro.
Damn. Like.
For real?
I've seen, like, that's why that shit scares me above anything else. I don't care if a motherfucker get rich. People are like, I'm gonna act differently. Like, no, you were always that person. You just never had the money to support that lifestyle.
I think money can make you act different.
I think it can, but like for me, I think if you had bougie, expensive taste, you're gonna be bougie, expensive when you have money. If you were frugal type of person, you're probably gonna dibble and dabble with a little bit more expensive things, but I think you're still gonna be like checking the price, like let me not do that.
You're most definitely
You know what I mean? I don't think it's gonna change you indefinitely, but you become the CEO of a company, you become a Navy SEAL, you become, I don't know, like a job with a title,
okay,
with status, an astronaut, something that's crazy, bro. The ego you have,
like, yeah, I'm an astronaut,
and especially if you have people under you too. That's the big part of that equation. You have people under you, that
captain of the station.
You're gonna feel like king of the fucking world. Like power. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
power is disgusting.
Even on the lower levels.
Even on the lower levels of food chains, whatever it is, it can corrupt the normalest of people.
I mean, people that have the most power could literally look at all the canceling and all that stuff that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
The social media outlets that have power literally control everything. News outlets control everything.
Yeah, of course, but I mean, like,
and then when somebody steps out of line, look what they do.
But I mean, like, even that, fuck the big corporation power. I'm talking about like individual power. Like, for example, Andrew Tate. He's the best example you could use. Like, that man had such an influence. He still does on people that it's so insane. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah. He has a power that most men, most politicians, most presidents don't have on their country. They don't.
But that's powerful in a positive way, I feel like.
Regardless if it's powerful, now it's powerful in the sense where it's international. Now you got government. Like, he has real world influence. And even if it's positive or negative, like, people would love to have that power. People would want to be the president because you run the free world. You control the nukes. I could blow up the fucking country. I could go invade that country if I want to. You know what I mean? Like, you get drunk off the things you can do. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I have the power to do anything I fucking want. Obviously.
Oligarchs, like other countries, you can get escort. You can do the craziest of things. The movie scenarios you guys watch, there's people doing that. They don't come from nowhere, obviously. Like, we're getting this shit from like real life. We have to research. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's a real power. Just is disgusting, man. That shit is scary to me. I'm like, keep yourself level-headed no matter how big you get. That's it. I don't know. Always, I don't know. Humble yourself.
That's what I say. When it comes to like those 3 things, at least try to like humble yourself and be emotionally aware of yourself and your actions. Because people that like literally kill over let's look at money for an example. People that would like rob and steal for, not like saying about robbing like with a gun or anything, just like a big billionaire that will like literally decimate like a whole rainforest just for money, like destroy the world just for money. To me, that's greed. No matter if you're making billions and billions of dollars, for you to ruin the planet just for you to put money in your pockets, that's greed.
Of course.
Some people don't care.
Some people don't care, but again, like I said, if you have the power to go into that rainforest, I think you said.
Yeah.
That
Let's
mine.
like Coca-Cola, for example.
Coca-Cola, they're actually a good example. If you have the power to do that, bro, you're gonna fucking do it. If you need it,
What Coca-Cola do?
They
Perform.
destroyed rainforests because of like, so I think there's something in the trees or in the lands.
like the
Like the
coca,
sap?
yeah.
So they cut down all the trees.
And their labor laws suck, and they've also been accused of like cocaine and drug dealing, and also like actual like.
They used to put
But
cocaine
yeah.
in their.
No,
Coke.
obviously, but like now, like they're actually like with cartel shit, like crazy shit. Their
You think
labor
there was
laws-
cartel the whole time?
Yo, speaking about the cartel, that shit, them boys are going crazy out there right now. Yo,
I just learned that now that El Chapo is gone, like the whole cartel, like America used to have like, I don't want to say partnerships, but they used to
did.
do deals with cartels. So it was like in order.
Mm-hmm.
They would know the steps, but like nothing got out of hand. And since they took down El Chapo, everybody wants to be like their own big boss. And instead of like not harming the communities and just focus on like dealing drugs, now they're actually killing communities in order to set status that they're like the top honcho of that community.
basically there's a power vacuum, and since his son and El Chapo got taken out, now the specific, I know what you're talking about, the specific guy, this general, he's now trying to take over their cartel, and they were more like, all right, let's
just focus on the money.
Let's focus on the money. Let's pay the people. Let's pay the police because these are our customers. This general guy, he's more of like,
nah, you guys are gonna fear me.
let's go. I'm gonna use my paramilitary organization because they're basically a fucking military now, and I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna murder everyone in the town, and you guys are gonna fear me, and I'm gonna take over. So that's basically what's happening right now. That's basically why we have a bunch of army at the border right now, just waiting, because there's literally a war going on in Mexico consistently. If that war breaks out and spills over to America, that's horrible for us because we're going to lose our biggest trading partner. But it's also like, maybe we can take down the cartel. You know what? Since we're on the cartel shit, do you think cartels should be labeled as a terrorist organization?
No. They're definitely a narcotics organization.
Yeah,
But
like a
terrorist
gang.
organization? No. They
Really?
don't.
You don't?
They don't spread. Well, the what he's doing now, yes.
Okay, all cartels, like the beheadings, Jesus, you guys aren't versed in what the cartel does. My God.
if
I mean,
we're-
I am, but it's like that's just the way they actually.
But the
that is a
beheading,
terrorist
wasn't it more
organization.
Like, that is not. There's no drug
Nah.
empires that are beheading people, and
But wasn't that just to like the
But
ops
it-
basically?
But the reason why I also say no is because terrorist organizations are like the ones in Iraq, Al Qaeda, whatever, like Taliban, those type of organizations. They're more of like religious and fueled by politics, some sort of ideology. The cartels, they don't really give a fuck about that. They just want the money, to be honest.
It's
Like
a
we
business.
said, it's a business, but now it's kind of like once bodies are spilling up and they're spilling onto American soil, it's going to be kind of like, hey,
Definitely
y'all can't
now.
be selling drugs no more. We got to...
You got chill out.
Yeah, and it's a crazy scenario that's happening right now because the Mexican president is just kind of just like,
He doesn't do anything.
he doesn't do
What
anything.
you want me to do? I
'cause
can't do anything.
Biden is fucking doesn't know how to fucking keep relations with no one. Like when Trump was in office, Mexico and the U.S. were like this, twin them. Now they fucking hate us. It's horrible. Like
Are you serious?
I'm so yeah. I
He
study, I
was
read geopolitics
great with
like
every
day.
country.
So like this is like the current update. Like yeah, it fucking sucks. Like we might lose our biggest trading partner if the cartels don't chill out and like keep doing your drug shit. We don't care. Just don't come to America and kill people. Because once they go into Arizona and start killing little Susies, little Sallys, and start beheading little white women, that's going to be a problem. That's when we're going to be like, okay, we might have to send the army in. That's not good. Like,
Because then we're going to another country,
And
another territory.
But aren't we already spread a little thin?
We
I'm
have
not
bunkers and
necessarily,
stuff
but
like that.
what do you mean?
Going on the stuff going on in Iraq, didn't we send them like some shit already? And
Bro,
then now we have
America's-
Mexico fucking up. What is going on with the world in general?
We have
Oh.
bases in every country.
You want to know what's going on? I'm going to give you guys a rundown what's going on. The war, that is kind of like to our benefit in a way, kind of not, depending on if Ukraine pays us back for all the stuff we're sending them. Because it's not like we're just sending them a bunch of shit free. Like, it's in our land lease act where, like, we send you shit. It's a loan. Over a certain amount of years, you have to pay us this money back. But we don't know if Ukraine will have that money because we don't know how long the war will be, depending on if they win or lose. Because if they lose, then Russia will go to Poland. Then that's NATO. Then World War III just started right there. So everyone should want Ukraine to win. That's why we're sending them stuff mainly, because if that's worst case scenario, World War III happens. For America, in a scenario, we're only going to go to World War III with China because they're kind of like trying to take Taiwan. And we're kind of like, yo, they make a lot of stuff we need.
Chill out.
Yeah, no, they can't do that. And then World War III over there. Or you can go to North Korea or South Korea because they've never calmed down. I don't know why people forgot about them. They're partners with Russia, and they're more of like a puppet for Russia. Like, they listen to whatever the fuck Russia tells them. So like, from a geopolitical standpoint, like, they get all their stuff from Russia now. So whatever Russia tells them, that's game. So if Russia is gonna go in the war, they have a bunch of allies in the Middle East. This war, if it happens, it's gonna be one of the worst wars for us. It's gonna be horrible. Like, that's why we're all trying to be like, let's chill out. Like, let's relax. Cartels, everyone, let's stop. We need to not do this. The world can't handle another war. It can't, in a way. You know what I mean? It can, but it can't.
A lot of lives are going to be lost.
Not even that. Just from an economic standpoint, if we do go into another war, I've been hearing like it's going to affect, we're not going to be trading with other countries anymore. It's not going to be open globalization like we had. America's not going to be policing the waters for everyone. We already kind of stopped doing that. We're just like kind of in our own territory. Like, we don't protect other nations' waters like that no more. We're not the global police. We don't, anyone who thinks that stopped like 2020. We don't do that anymore. Because we're going to a period where it's going to be every man, every country for yourself. And if you can't sustain yourself, you're fucked. Countries like China, who have famine issues, who have lockdowns still because of COVID, people aren't working, making any money. Russia was in an active war. Those two fucking countries are going to collapse in the next 10 years, bro. It's over. Like, they don't have a chance at staying. It's crazy.
Do you think China's going to collapse with
bro,
the economy they have?
People think China has a robust economy because of the way China presents themselves, but the issue with China is ever since COVID, they've been in lockdown for 3 years essentially, and we've only been in lockdown for what, technically like a year, 2 years, I guess. We have kind of like a herd immunity over their people. They don't really have that. No one really has the how do I say it? No one's really working. They don't really pay the best also. That's why, I don't know if you know, but Chinese businessmen, it's regular for them to just sleep on the street, sleep on anywhere. Like, they'll get out of work and you'll just see them slumped over like anywhere. It's normal. It's literally the most normal because they're so overworked and underpaid that life sucks over there. The food situation sucks because they import all their food. They also import all their energy from, I think, Russia, was it? So they have an energy situation. So if we place sanctions on them, they can't sustain their own energy. That's blackouts. You can't make food. Like, you're done. Same thing with Russia. Like, people think about it like, oh my God, they look so good. But no, like, if you go into it, like, they're already dealing with a food situation now. So a war on top of that,
it's going to be some shit.
For them, that's why they're just like antagonizing. They're not really doing anything. Like, that's why America's not really worried. They're just like, bro, we're really worried if Russia wins or not, because that might fuck up everything, because then we actually have to go to war, because then all of Russia's allies are going to fight America, because other countries still hate America, y'all. Like, it's bad. Like, the world tensions right now have never been this bad since World War II. Like, honestly, like, right now, everyone's tense. Like, since the Cuban Missile Crisis, I'm wrong. Since then, like, it's bad. It's that tense. Like, everyone's just waiting to, like, do something. You know what I mean? End rant. That's your boy, from your boy Ivo, if you didn't know.
You've been going off this episode. I'm not going to
Bro, I've been doing my research this week. I've just been, like, reading a bunch of shit. And I'm like, holy shit. That's going to be bad if we go to war. Like, that's horrible. Like, we shouldn't. Gotta read, bro. Do your research, y'all. If anything you want to know, it takes 2 minutes on Google.
Yeah, I be slacking, bro. I don't read.
And you could be as informed. Like, it doesn't mean anything. Just remember it, too.
I did see a post. It was by a U.S. general. He stated that by
2025
that he assumes there'll be a war with China.
Yeah, because they think by then that's when also they'll be ready to start their invasion of Taiwan. Once they invade Taiwan, America's literally gonna go over there. But you know what's scary? People don't know that North Korea actually has missiles that are capable of reaching America. And America's really scared about that because we don't know how to defend that. Like, they're fast, too. From all the way from North Korea all the way to America. They could hit, what do they say? I think the northern East Coast, so like New Jersey, New York.
Oh, shit.
Our area. They could reach us, part of Florida. It's good. It could be. Yeah, bro. They have
Wouldn't
some
they
good
send it
technology.
to California? I never understood that. Wouldn't they send it to California though? Because California's closer.
No, it technically it is, but technically, if you look at it, you're now going all the way across the world.
I figure it would go like this way.
Nah, because then if you shoot over to California, you're shooting over New York and all of that. Like you just might as well that's a long trip.
But isn't
Might as well just drop it right there.
I don't know if you could pull up a map, but if you did, I could. If you can't, it's okay. But yeah, from that point of view, it's easier.
This is why God made phones.
Yeah.
So fellas, I'll move
He
this
said-
close.
He literally was like,
So North Korea
right.
is right.
Mm-hmm.
Asia, there we go. China.
Mm-hmm. We're getting close.
Um.
Because then you'd be essentially sending it across the world to reach to California.
Because which way does the world actually like?
There it is, North Korea. So boom, if they would,
see over your shade phone thing.
so North Korea, boom. Now if you go, I think it's west. This way is west. You would see that California would be closer. So I'm assuming it would be.
but you're looking at the map from like this way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
that's
Wouldn't they
not-
shoot it that way?
No, that's
Why
not.
would they shoot it the other way around?
That's because our world doesn't spin that way. It's more of like it would float that way. Like, you know, it'd be like from over here.
That's what I was, but I was thinking the opposite direction. I was saying they would shoot it that way because America would be closer
sound effects
technically.
is
Within
fun.
miles, California is closer to North Korea.
California is actually farther. Canada's also really far. But yeah, they could fuck up. They're one that we're like looking at like, yo, what the fuck is going on in North Korea? China too. They have some crazy missiles. Like, fuck, China's scary. Honestly, like we can handle China, but it's like a lot of people are gonna die. Like we're gonna need a lot of countries to help us. Like
Do you
America,
think a lot of countries are gonna help us though?
yeah, we have
Brit-
Australia.
British?
We have the UK. What else? do
You
we
know,
have?
That is honestly really
Australia.
fucking surprising.
There's a lot of other countries. I'm so sorry that I'm forgetting you guys. I haven't. There's a
Just
lot
think
of
of the
other countries.
the United Nations. It's always America.
Not the UN. NATO allies like Germany, Sweden, all those other countries in that pact. Oh no, I don't know if Sweden. No, they didn't get approved. I don't.
What
think.
about Africa?
They're not in that. They're in the BRICS thing with Russia and like China. They're shady asses. But yeah, the NATO, those guys would come in with America and then be like, pew, 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 pew. And then all of Russia's allies, which is everyone in the Middle East, would be like, pew, 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 we hate America, papa. I'm so sorry. And then it'd be like horrible because they have nukes. A lot of countries have nukes. People forget that.
Russia hasn't sent
Don't
any
we have
nukes.
Everyone has nukes, but or like think about like advanced countries have nukes.
Ah.
Yeah, but since like Russia hasn't shot any nukes, I think if we were to go into a world, nukes would be like a last resort.
No, that man,
North Korea might send a nuke.
I don't think
before
so.
that
anything.
man Putin and
I think
Kim.
niggas are gonna be starting off hot. You want war? Bet.
That's what I think. Kim, like, bro, I pray to God no one's that ballsy because they gonna rewrite history if they do that. But Putin, I know, is the only motherfucker that has stated multiple times, like, yo, if I lose this war, I'm nuking the fuck out of Ukraine. And if he does that, bro, NATO's gonna be like,
It's not funny because a lot of lives would be lost. It's just crazy that like to the extent people will go to just like to win.
Like that's the ultimate sore loser. Like
Yeah.
I just lost in war. I'm gonna blow up your whole country.
Well, America was the first country to have a nuke, so we really started like this nuke.
we actually lost that race.
We really did.
Yeah, Russia beat us. They
So-
made a better and stronger nuke.
But weren't we the first ones to make a nuke?
I don't think so. I think it was like it was like a pretty like close race. Like that arms race was. I'm trying to find something else. That's why like I can't answer this because I'm like, am I wrong right now? But yeah, no, they won that race sadly.
Didn't we just fake a moon trip just like to
Multiple, so we scared them and they were like, oh, maybe the Americans have something we don't. We didn't. We
How
just
did they
faked
go
that
to
shit
the
up.
moon? How did that happen?
What's the country? Oh, Finland and Sweden. If they join NATO, because they just applied.
I'm afraid of Finland.
Nobody. But they
There's
have
more
their
people.
special forces is insane. If they join NATO, then Finland is right next to Russia, and if their war spills over into Finland, then obviously that also triggers. There's so many things that could just trigger World War III that everyone in the world is just like, I hope to God people just chill. Like Russia, I hope if you lose, you just self-preservation. You're like,
you know what? Let me just save my country from what it is right now.
If that, like, try your best to save the rest of what you can, because everyone basically sanctioned your ass to oblivion. Like, unless you want to use your personal finances, but I know you don't want to do that. So it just all sounds like a shit show from any standpoint. America is gonna come out pretty good, depending. Honestly, we're pretty all right. We make our own energy. We're the largest energy exporter, largest food exporter. Like, we're pretty good. We're pretty chilling.
In a war, I would put all my money on America.
Me too. And our allies. It's not even just America. Like, one-on-one, we'd fucking get wiped. Especially because our fucking... Do you guys watch TikTok and see the people in our army? Like, no offense to y'all, but what the fuck is y'all doing shaking your hips? Go prepare for war. The Chinese want to kill y'all. Them niggas is now on TikTok shaking them hips.
Hand-to-hand combat, China's got us.
What, bro? They want to murder us, dog. Like, they ain't joking about it.
They should be on some fucking G.I. Joe shit training.
Nah, but all jokes aside, though, like, it's really crazy what's coming up soon.
I think we need a new president before we go into a war. I have no issue with Biden.
High five with that, my nigga.
Biden looks like a sweetheart. He looks like a sweet person.
I mean, he hasn't done anything.
He hasn't done anything worth impeaching. He's just been a dumbass, and you can't really impeach the guy for being an idiot.
Like, the only thing he's done was, like, he did give us the forgiveness thing, but, like,
bro,
that should have been done like years ago.
I was reading into most of his acts. Most of them don't even do anything. Like, I forgot one of his, like, renewable energy acts. Like, the current one he dropped. Like, it wasn't even a renewable energy act. Like, it was some, like,
a refurbished one.
Nah, it had nothing to do with energy, bro. It was some other shit. Like, it was like, what was it? I'm gonna find it, because when I read it, I was like, bro, this isn't energy. He's like just putting money for other things and naming it as this. But hold up.
What if he's stealing money?
They probably do. That's why when they send me the emails and like, can I get your $10 donation? Like, no.
Like, another thing that should be done is like the decriminalization of marijuana around the U.S. globe.
The Reduction Act, yeah, that shit. It was like that inflation thing, but I heard that it just makes shit worse. It doesn't really do anything. Because we're already in massive debt, bro. Like, America, I don't know if you guys heard, but America's like that. But like, I heard the country's in really bad debt now.
Yeah,
but
and it's all to China. That's the crazy part.
We'll pull out. I mean, China again. They're gonna get fucked either way. Like, with or without us going to war, they're fucked.
Like, I was looking at like the debt that we have for China, and like, you know how like you put in money, like the debt gets smaller. Ours, the gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger as the years go on. Like, like when we were in middle school, I think we were still in the trillions. Like, we were at 3 trillion.
Oh, fuck.
I think now we're at like almost 7-10 trillion.
I also like to
but a lot has changed. So a lot in the fucking U.S. has to change. We needed more money, so where did we pull it from?
We printed
it.
That's why we'll never go broke. The debt is going up because we print.
That's why money is valueless.
Essentially, but it's also, we are the only country that has our weight in gold. Like, we have the most gold out of any other country. Like, combined with any country, like the Federal Reserve, I think holds like 300 tons of gold or some shit. Like, it's like the most gold on the planet. Like, I don't know how they got that shit, but America
Def stole that shit.
Of course, but that's also why, like, when you can play the money is valueless argument, but then it's like, when we also say it's backed by gold, it's hard for other countries to be like, fuck the US dollar. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, they do have the most fucking gold.
Mm-hmm.
They are the world superpower. And in a sense, when you're the world superpower, like when Britain used to lead the world, they controlled how shit ran, the empires, everything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just how shit works.
And it's funny because Britain just got out of debt from World War II in America like this year or last year. Like, from World War II to now, that's when they finally got out of their debt.
That's wicked.
And us, we just like, it's like, I think of it like this. Like, I think
Britain or Germany?
Not Britain.
Okay.
But I think of it like this. Imagine like you owe somebody money, and like they don't bother you, but one day they just come to you knocking on your door. Yo, do you have my bread? I need my bread. And then they intro violence in you because you owe them bread. That's why I think, like, if China ever really needs their money, Like it gets that bad, their economy, that they could just go to America and demand their money.
Okay, that's kind of funny. Do you think America's gonna take China seriously? It's China.
They could just blow us up.
It's China.
Steal from us.
It's
They could
China. They've never been to war. They've never. America's literally born on war.
They've raised samurais, Iverson. They've raised samurais.
You really.
They
need to
send
read
in
on
some
American
ninjas.
history.
China's never been to war.
No, China's there. That's why we call them the paper dragon, because
Didn't they fight Japan? I'm sorry to cut you off, but didn't they have a war with Japan?
That was us.
Did they help?
They're paper dragon. They don't do shit. They've had a bunch of civil wars within their own country, but like them go to another country, invade, no. China's a pussy, and America's gonna look at China and be like, bro, worry about your food crisis. Worry about your people. You have an age issue. Like literally an aging population. There's nothing China can do to stop America right now. Like
So there's too many old people.
Essentially, like
they have the oldest people.
Them. I think India actually beat them for like having like the most people or some shit, just because their population is like aging and getting so old and like dying out. Also, they lied about their numbers recently. They were like, I think like every year they were like 100 million off for how many people are actually in China. So like nobody really fucking knows what's going on over there, and like no one's taking China seriously. Like don't ever believe anything about, like, they're just trying to antagonize America to see what we're gonna do, our capabilities, but anything past that, I don't think they have a chance personally. I can't see it. I'm not even an American fanboy. I just don't see China winning shit with their history of no war.
They could definitely try something though.
Yeah,
like I
with
never
allies.
put another country not to try something. Like Russia, I didn't think Russia would try something, and now all of a sudden they did.
No, I did. They've been trying it since 2014. They've been in war since 2014.
Really?
Yes, it's been an active war since 2014. It's just gotten worse in 2021 when Putin's like, all right, now I'm gonna send more troops. Like they've been fighting since 2014. Look it up. It's been an active war. War just doesn't start now. Like war takes years. It just doesn't happen overnight. You fight for years and then it gets worse, and then now the global community is aware. Like there's wars happening in other countries right now y'all don't know about.
Yeah, because
war happens every day.
They
It's
really don't
war.
put it on any news outlets.
Exactly.
About
That's my
stuff
point.
That goes on.
People, they've been fighting for their lives since like 2014. We will hope they win. Who knows? Now it's bad because everyone else in the world is kind of just like, fuck, Putin's threatening us now.
Yeah. So it's affecting us now. We're caring.
That's the only reason. But before because he didn't threaten America, he didn't threaten nukes. That's why nobody cared. That's my point. Like, there's a reason for everything. People don't just go to war, do shit. Even if our president or our leaders seem crazy, like there's reasons for like everything. That's why I be reading just so I don't seem crazy, like getting worried or just believing the first thing that I see. Because I'm like, bro, most of the time they're not good. Like that spy balloon shit, that was hilarious.
Oh, with the China
that was so funny.
Balloon?
People were like, "Oh my god, they sent the spy balloon!" Like I'm like, bruh,
we send out drones every day.
We spy on everyone. We literally, the Russian security is so bad. We literally know what's Putin saying right now. Like it's so horrible. Like, come on now.
Don't we have a satellite in space?
We have. Every country has a satellite. But what I'm saying is like countries that underestimate America need to realize like. That's why they throw their dick around like that, because they really can. Like when I read this shit, I be putting two and two together. I'm like, oh, y'all in everybody business. You know, like even China, it's bad, bro. Like I don't even know. This just has been a long rant about how America is like good in a sense, but no, I'm just trying to tell you, like everyone's on edge basically.
This world is messed up though. Like now, like even if we do have a war. And like when the world ends, no one's gonna take the. I don't know, maybe like this sheep's world, but me,
the sheep world.
But like me personally, I could like after I saw like Putin broke like every single world law that he's with them. He's in their group, like the United Nations group. He broke every world law, and like nothing happened to him. So like literally anything goes. Like there's no order in this world.
Yeah.
So that's why like how can you really take this world seriously if they make rules and like countries don't even abide by the rules?
Since the dawn of time, bro. Even America's done some shit. Australia, war
rules
crime.
are meant to be broken. Like they're just there for guidelines. But
I always say in a time of war, expect the worst, because men get, I forgot what it's called, but the war thing, like it just makes you like insane basically. Like you turn into like A monster. It's crazy.
Because people want to hit first. Well, not. But
Essentially,
people
want
people just want to hit first.
I want to hit you the hardest and make sure you don't win.
Exactly. Hit one good hit so you don't get back up.
Pray we don't go to war. We don't have to. Pray Ukraine wins and China doesn't invade Taiwan.
We don't have a lot of military men, so we're definitely getting drafted.
Yeah, I was about to ask you, how would y'all feel about getting drafted?
Air Force, just send me to the Air Force, please.
I'm doing Army Rangers, and I want Special Forces.
I'm in there with you.
That's it.
I can't do SEALs because I don't know how to swim.
That's why I'm doing. I'm gonna do Army Rangers. So I'm gonna be jumping out of the planes, land assault, reconnaissance. That's still my plan for like 25. I'm not gonna lie. All else fails. Army Rangers, Green Beret, one of the two.
Oh God.
Oh yeah, I was like, don't forget, don't make me seem crazy. Right now.
He's not crazy. I'm joining with him.
Like,
if all else fails, nothing really goes through. I'm not working in a restaurant. I'm not doing the shit I'm supposed to be doing. I'm gonna join the Army.
X-18 contract, the Special Forces, here I come. Training every day, bro.
Going on some crazy ass missions that we can't even tell y'all about.
Oh God, bro. That's how Jimmy gonna be. Like, I hate that.
He gonna be on a whole different plane. Like, he leaves, I think, today.
Today, right? No, tomorrow. Isn't the 6th?
Maybe tomorrow.
I think it is tomorrow. I gotta text that nigga. Be like, yo, don't die out there. Him and his brother. That's crazy.
That's some real, like, brotherly love type shit. Like, you and your brother joining the Navy.
I can't swim. I can swim, but it's the cold, bro. I like the cold.
I can swim, but it's like I can't stay afloat, if that makes sense. I could tread water. I could go through the water.
Like, if you
want me to stay in one spot, I can't do that.
You told me to swim from A to B, I could do that straight. The moment, like, I fall off a boat and I gotta stay in the water, like, I'm just sinking.
If I fall in the water, like if I fall off the boat, I feel like I can get back on the boat. But if the boat leaves, I'm gonna just look and just
sink. That's sad.
And the way they train you too for the Navy SEALs is crazy.
Yeah, Buds is insane.
Yo,
I still want to do it.
The way they train you is crazy. Like, the way they just throw you in the freezing cold water, and you have to hold yourself. You have to hold your breath for like what, 2 minutes? I think it is.
It's not even. It's like you have to stay in there for as long as the instructor wants you. Then you get up. You're still like entangled with everyone else, and then you do like you untangle. You do burpees, then you go back in the water, and then you just lay there. Then you swim out. Like, it's just the most crazy exercise to break you, to see, all right, is this guy gonna give up and get out this water because he's cold, or is he just gonna do it
under the water, like
literally? Like,
bro, I got asthma. I can't hold my breath for that long.
Nah, I can. The longest I've held my breath underwater was almost a minute. I got like 57, 56. That's not bad. That's pretty good. I shot up like
I got like a good 20 seconds in me.
Nah, the thing is, just don't think about it and have somebody else time you and just sit in the water. The more you think about it, the more you go, all right,
you're trying to beat your time.
2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to be like, all right, I just got to 10 seconds. Let me go 5 more seconds. All right, 15 seconds, I'm out.
See, I would just do Air Force. Just put me in a plane.
I think you can fly a plane?
You think you can fly a plane?
If you teach me, yeah.
It's not even that. It's the G training. I don't know if you know, but when you're up that high, it's like you have 18,000 pounds of pressure on both sides.
Of the air pressure.
So you have to like do like, I was watching the videos on the breathing training, and it's fucking insane. Like, I had Air Force dreams, but then I saw that and I was like, I don't want to do it. Just not me. I don't
even like heights that much. My boy.
Cool.
I don't know about the breathing thing.
That's what turned me off. That's why I was like, nah, I'm not joining that. Fuck that.
Or Black Ops.
Yeah, I'd try to get into a Black Ops squad.
Ops.
Special Forces for me, for sure.
Bro, we all need to join at the same time, same team.
No disrespect to people that are risking their lives in the Army. Your services are respected. Me personally, I can't risk my life for this country and these people.
That's your opinion. I respect that.
Nah. This country is not grateful. All you get is a good thanks for your service, and that's it. And the government is the same thing. They really, like, you get free health insurance, and that's it.
That's the money.
For me, it's different if you have, like, if you're going for the money. Like, for people, there's reasons why you join the military.
Of course.
If you're broke and you don't have any other path in life, you join the Army and you do that. if you really want to go to war, you have a passion to be a warrior. Like,
That's who you want to be.
You just want to fight in war. You're gonna do that.
Yeah.
So like, I don't ever fault those two categories who join the army. Like, it's not your fault. Your country's a piece of shit. Every country on the planet is horrible. There's no good country. At least in my mind, you can be fighting for your parents, your family, the ones back home, the people who care about you. I don't ever think about it as
I'm fighting for my country.
Fighting for the country. I'm not doing that. I'm fighting to make sure these niggas don't come over here like and behead my girl, behead my mom, and like, because that's the shit that happens in their countries, and that's why we send
our people,
teams, and not the army, like special forces, the bread and butter, the elite, the 1%.
Yo, the missions you don't know
the
about.
The niggas blacked out on Google.
Bro, that's what. Bro, there's levels to this shit. It's crazy.
Like, you ever saw Zero Dark 30?
Yeah, good film. Really good film.
Bro, the way they just went in there and just took out everybody was crazy. Yeah, they didn't say one word.
Yeah, they.
Oh God.
SEAL Team 6 is the best of what they do.
Just throw on some night gear and just like quietly. That was like, yo, like, see, that would be fun. That would be
like
fun.
If you have a passion and you want to go to war, then join the military. Not the military. Try to do your best, like train beforehand and
get as big as
Aki, get as like
mentally stable.
Because you're gonna be a warrior like that. No, people think that like they say like that's kind of corny. Like no, seriously, like you're gonna be going to war missions.
You
like,
have to pass the physical.
You know,
you
like
do
it's gonna be your life. You're gonna want to do that. And
pull-ups, all that stuff. You gotta lift a certain amount of weight.
Bro, if you want to do it, do it. I don't know. Like for me, it's an option.
Did I ever tell you at the time that I went to like the army recruiter place?
Really?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
I passed the test. Feel me? I passed like the written test, and then they was telling me all about it. Like, oh, it's a brotherhood type shit, but you know, we're gonna do a physical test. And I started looking and I started thinking, I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, my life is genuinely not that down bad for me to be joining the army
not right now. Like, come on, gang.
I looked at them. I'm like, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna give you a call back. I think I have to go. I never came back. I never went back. He tried to call me back. He sent me hella voicemails. I never called back. Never picked up the phone.
That's so real. Me filling out that application online.
When I was younger, I wanted to join the Air Force. Like, I thought about it.
Still do.
And then as I got older, I was just like, I'm not gonna. There's other ways I could set an impact.
Just to turn your head left. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Fuck that. I'd rather be sweeping full with my gun.
Imagine.
The guy's behind me. Like, fuck. Those guys have a crazy job. Respect to all pilots, man. Coolest job on the planet to me. Nothing else beats that. Coolest
NASCAR?
job. NASCAR's close. F1 is close.
Drifting. Formula drifting.
Drifting isn't that cool to me.
Cycling.
Drifting?
Now you got me. I watched that in the morning.
Bro, it looks so cool.
When I wake up. And they're so skilled with the way they just don't touch anything. Before we end this episode, I wanted to ask you guys what your car list is, because we got off tangent talking about the world. That's my fault.
Who wants to go first? Actually, no.
I'll let the two car heads go first.
We'll do it this way.
Yeah, let's go around the room.
Save the best for last, because I really want to hear what you're going to say.
So are we talking about brands or just car individuals itself?
So you have 5 brands, 1 through 5. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the best out of all? Like, rank them. Do it quickly. We're about to end the episode. Our ghost is yelling at us.
Number 1, Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Number 2, I gotta go with. Number 2, I would go with brands like most reliable. And
it's just performance, like whatever your like you think is the best.
Number
luxury,
2,
like how fast handling,
like
the way it looks, the way it sounds.
Porsche number 2.
Okay.
Number 3, I gotta go with Toyota, because just as that Supra, Supra is just, bro, that thing is fast, has beautiful, and it's reliable, because it's Toyota.
Mm-hmm.
4, I gotta go with Dodge.
Okay. SRT.
Yeah.
Room.
And then 5, I would go Jeep just for the Trackhawk.
Interesting list.
That's a really interesting list.
I was gonna say, like,
fuck with
I don't know how to, like, that's an interesting list. For me, because we gotta go really quick, I'm gonna go, fuck, niggas gonna be like, what? Porsche, M, I think you guys expect this.
Yeah,
Porsche, M, AMG, low key, I'm gonna put Jaguar on there. And then Ford. Like, I know you'll be like, why'd you put Jaguar over the Ford? I really
the Mustang Type F. Mustang.
I really like the way the Type F sounds, and you don't really see a lot of Type Fs. And if you build them right, like the supercharged ones with the V8, like,
a sleeper.
It sounds so good, and like I want one. So that's my list, and I think like it's humble list.
That is a really humble list. I ain't gonna lie. It's damn near the same.
Real.
But mine goes BMW, Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, Jag. Very, very nice list.
That is actually a really nice.
I
like how you threw Jag in there.
Yeah, I had to give it to Jag because when we was in the car, I thought about Jag and I was like, damn,
no one said
yo.
Lambo.
But those cars are literally like above all else. Like those are luxury cars. Like those are works of art.
I was thinking reliability, speed, performance.
I'm talking about like these are cars that you can obtain. These are cars that you could like put your foot in. You can mod. You can make it look nice. You can make them sound nice.
So should we do another? Do we have time for one more list with luxury?
We
brands?
do not.
I don't know. We getting yelled at.
We are getting yelled at to go. We gotta wrap this up. Thank you guys for tuning in. It's been your boy Ivo.
It's been your boy Chef checking out.
It's Bam Bam in the cut, and we'll see y'all next time.
Peace.
Be safe, be easy, yo.